Welcome back to another episode of LatinLuxe Chronicles. We are your hosts, Bianca, Rita, and Jennifer. New episodes drop every other Wednesday.
Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And don't forget to follow us on social media under LatinLuxe Chronicles.
Jennifer, tell us what we have coming up for today's episode.
On today's episode, we are going to be discussing spring prepping.
So as we know, as we know, spring is right around the corner, and that means it's a season of renewal, growth, and new beginnings. So every year, millions of people, they start checking things off of their spring prep checklist. They start making new goals for themselves. So that's kind of like what we want to go with this episode. So, ladies, what are some of the things that you do to prep for spring?
You know what? I want to go first because I'm in it's in my head right now.
Go for it. Yeah.
All these things I need to do because I've been living in my house a year. So in a couple of weeks it'll be the 1 year anniversary. And so when you have a new house, thanks. So when you have a new house, you always get the 1 year warranty, and your list is, it's like, okay, you got to make sure that this is
Checking
done.
everything.
Yes, but I had a checklist. I'm like, oh, I noticed that there were some things like my floor had a different color of tile. And I'm like, they put a different tile there. So I checked that off. And there's a lot of things, but then things are falling apart in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Like they can start like fixing all this. So that's what I did last week. And I submitted a list to the builder, and I said, okay, this needs to be done in my house. So they're going to come next week and fix all of these things. But that helps me to get into like spring cleaning and and it's like, okay,
top of my list for sure. Yeah.
yes. So it got me motivated to like, okay, I have to do some things around my house. So switch like the yard work. Obviously I have to do yard work. I have to like pull weeds.
Plant all the pretty flowers.
Yeah, put an extra mulch or like that fresh mulch and organize. I think since I moved in, I'm looking at my office right now, and there's still folders on the floor that I need to like put in like file folders, put in a filing cabinet. And yeah, this in the summer I had a project of I have a very long hallway in my house, and my brother came and he built like I don't even know what you call it, like a batten board.
Oh, okay.
Not a mud room. Is that how you say it? A batten board?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah. So like where these panels, and then they have it was a couple
and you
of
have like the boys' pictures, like that. By the way, that looks beautiful.
Thank you. I have boys' pictures on the top, like huge pictures on the very top.
We're gonna need a little highlight in your stories with all of the home improvement projects, DIY.
So it was actually some of my teachers that came over to my house, and they said, hey, like this wall, like you can do a batten board. I'm like, how the heck am I gonna do that? Anyways, so my brother came and he built it for me, and he did it. And
awesome.
the wall needs a little bit of touch up. Again, this is in the summer, so the wall needs touch up. So I'm gonna do that too. Touch up my wall. Just a lot of stuff. But I think I'm glad that I've been here for a year, because that's what set it off for me. Like that step, like that push to, all right.
I'm glad you mentioned your 1 year warranty. Because there's things that, when we move in, you do your walkthroughs when they first build your home, and you're like, I think you're more excited about the house and like, making sure the holistic part is done. We don't pay attention to things. I would check also like where the vents are in your AC. Like we never checked ours, and years later we went and like there was a lot of debris, like that stuff, the lining that is like that pink stuff,
the insulation,
and I
or something.
like, yeah, and I was like, why does my house keep on getting dusty? Why does that? I'm never done cleaning, and it's because all of that was still stuck in the vents. And I'm like, how often are you going to go and check your vents? I mean, unless you're going to check, the whatever, the filter, but it wasn't even where we put the filters. It was in the other one where
the ducts, like the big one, like that.
Yeah. And we like kind of checked there, like now going forward after that first house, we've always gone like, a ver, checa todo, because it's like, you never know what you're going to find in these little nooks and crannies.
I know.
And it always seems like at that year mark is where like things start falling apart and you start finding it. And it's like, man, what do we do? Like, cause we moved in, now we've been here 3 years, but it seems like every year there's like a big project that we have to like, I mean, we want to slowly remodel and upgrade things, so those are on our list, especially for spring. Like that's one of the things that we're doing is changing our floors upstairs, right? Because we have all carpet, so we're putting wood, and we're slowly doing like little projects to like upgrade our house and stuff. But then it's like you want to do the nice ones, like the batten board and making cute and all that. But then it's like, oh, last summer we had to replace our AC, like upstairs. And so things that you're like, dang, I don't want to like put that on my list, but you're forced to, and it's like the maintenance of the house. Like, yeah, Matt was talking about a random project we have to do in the driveway. And it's like putting foam in the cracks. You know how there's like those wood pieces? And it starts lifting after a while because we had rain and it washed out. And I'm like, dang, we could have spent that on like tile, and we had to do our driveway apparently. So they're like those random projects.
And also it's because it keeps the critters out.
Yeah.
Like if you put that filler in, you don't want critters in there.
Yeah. And it's like it affects the foundation eventually or something. So yeah, I'm like, okay, like I know we have to do that.
Speaking of foundation, Rita, Jennifer, since you're at the 1 year mark, check the siding on your on the foundation of your house.
Y'all are adding to my to-do list.
You're like, I didn't know you were going to spend the episode on.
Look, 3 homes later, these are the things I've learned.
This is turning from how to get ready to spring to DIY and to casa.
No, check the siding on the foundation of your house, because especially here in Texas, we with extreme heat in the summer, you get that peely, like they put a coat on the foundation, like, and that kind of, with the heat, it starts to peel off, and that's how you get stuff to seep in, and you get those cracks on your foundation. You don't want that to happen. So, just check that. That way it's still all under warranty if you do see any cracks. And pro tip is just in the summer when it gets really, really hot, don't forget to kind of water around your foundation.
I get a little water drip hose, like those drip hoses, and you can put them all around your house.
So I have a irrigation system, and there's a water drip hose.
Yeah,
from what I've been told.
Yeah,
from what I've been told. You sent a trigger bell to me, Rita, because that's what I heard is like a water drip hose, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
I got that.
Like,
I got that.
For all our viewers out there, if you need pro tips on house warranty, you can also DM us. So feel free to reach out. 3 Latina women that also know how to take care of their house.
That's the next picture.
Don't DM me. Wait 2 more years, and I got you. I'll tell you what to do with your house. These girls have got it. Okay. So the other thing I was thinking about doing is getting, and I don't know if it's just a waste of money, is getting a person to come and what do you call those? Like when you first move to your house and then you get somebody to come
a designer?
No.
Like an interior designer?
Hold on. Párale. Hold on. I should be somewhere else. No, like those people that come and say, okay, this is broken. This needs to be fixed. This
inspection.
There you go.
An inspector. Yeah.
An inspector. You went a different route. Organizer, designer. No, hold on.
You're like, yes.
Hold on. We're talking about foundation here. Yeah, an inspector. Like I was thinking about getting an inspector so that they can check everything again. But I
have a good one if you need one.
Okay, hit me up after this one because I probably need one.
Yeah, I'll DM you.
Okay, thanks. Because I probably need one really soon, like to come in the next couple of days. So because my 1 year submission whatever is about to come up. Yeah, like in the next week or so. So I need somebody to do that really fast.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a good idea though, because they'll really get up there and take pictures of like your attic and all those things that you're like, I mean, we don't go up there, so.
No. Yeah. And then the other thing too is I was going to say is that my bathroom, like the vent, it flaps like when it's windy. And I'm like, is it supposed to flap? Like, I don't remember in my old house flapping.
Yeah, we have that. You know what flaps in ours is our kitchen, because we have like the air vent that comes through the
exterior vent, and there's a latch that goes that way.
Ours flapping okay, I guess.
We can handle
I mean, it just depends. You need to check if yours is interior or exterior. Because the same thing, our kitchen and the previous home we were in had the exhaust. There was a latch.
Yeah, that's
the
outside of ours.
And that's what would bang. And you would hear that or whatever.
Yeah, when it was really windy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. And it's just in my bathroom. Okay.
Yeah. Look at
all
you
these
Yeah.
little
getting
things.
all.
Look at me.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Rita,
that's
do
how
you
I'm
get
getting
your
ready for
home?
spring in my house. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any ways that you get your home ready, Rita? Kind of like Jennifer does?
Yeah, like as far as our home, we usually like, switch out our clothes, the boys' clothes. Like I like to go through like our closets, like
Ooh, I like
alternate our
that.
clothes, like put away winter clothes. The boys outgrow everything, so I usually like start getting a bag for like what I'm gonna pass on. Of course, some spring shopping, because they need new like shoes by that time, things like that. So really like a lot of organizing and cleaning, but that all kind of falls under like spring cleaning for sure. Like, we like to wash the windows because I like to have the windows
Mm.
open, like when the weather's nice and sit out on the patio. So we'll like pressure wash our driveway, our patio, like get the little Windex attachment to the to your what's it called? The pressure washer, and you can wash your
Mhm.
windows really good. That's a good one, Jennifer. Add it to your list. The
I'm
window
like
window
learning all these things.
but it leaves your windows so nice, and like you don't have to go like actually manually do them, just with the pressure washer and a Windex attachment. They sell it like at Home Depot or whatever. So shout out to Home Depot. But um
Actually, I'm going to Home Depot after this meeting to buy
yeah.
some things
By
too.
the way,
So
this is not an ad. Yeah.
no, no.
But yeah, we like to do that just because we do like to spend time outside in the spring, like barbecuing or hanging out with the kids. And so we like to do that. And I'll wash like our outdoor furniture because it's been kind of sitting dormant. So I'll wash all the covers, so we can sit outside, make sure there's no like like little like nests or anything anywhere. So and then on the
Do
inside
you put
too,
those big covers on them, Rita?
we
Like, or do you just let the seats stay there, like open?
yeah, we have covers on them during the winter, like when we're not using them. But then we'll take them off and like dust them and clean and all that. So yeah. But yeah, a big one for sure is spring cleaning. And then also like, yeah, all the projects that you can't do in the winter, right? Because your yard's a wreck by springtime. So that's one thing that we're working on is like redoing our planters because we also lost a lot of plants in the winter from the freeze, that we never replaced. So we need to go get like new little plants, mulch, soil, rock, all those things. So I know now it's like I
I
wish we
like.
had more time. It's like I know with
I
the hour, like
know.
we get more light, but I feel like we lose time because we spring forward. And so it's like
Yeah.
so all these projects, but we have the same amount of hours in a day and it's like never ending.
No, but what's nice is that because, time adjusts, we do get that extra sunlight in the
Sunlight,
evening. So
yeah.
it's not like in winter when we're like, oh, hurry up, apúrale, because ya se está haciendo tarde, it's getting
Mhm.
late, and we're gonna lose sunlight.
Yeah.
Now it's like you could still be out there at 7
Yeah,
finishing
I'm
something up.
excited for that for sure. Yeah, like right now it feels kind of rough, losing an hour or whatever, but it'll be nice when we spend more time outside because we already are like with soccer practice too. It's like we're out there at the field and it's so dark by 7, so
Mhm.
it'll be nice to have more time. So,
I like that you said alternating clothes. I didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah,
I'm thinking right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like, I mean, and you have two boys, I have two boys, and they're
yeah,
about 3 to 4 years apart.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, like Sebastian, my little one, just turned 5, and I was just
He
looking right
takes
now,
all
like,
of his
oh,
clothes.
we have poor kid. He has all the hand-me-downs. Lucas is the one that's all flashy with the nice clothes.
The new Under Armour and Sebastian, or
But
the
yeah,
another one, yeah.
and got the wrinkly washed
No,
up under. But yeah.
just put a box, Jennifer. So, like, put a box in each of their rooms. Like, what I do is like each of us declutters our closet. I'll put a box and say, okay, whatever doesn't fit goes in that box. We go and donate it to Goodwill.
Mhm.
So it's not for us. It's not so much the let's switch wardrobes. It's more of like what doesn't fit, and I make them go through like their closet items. I make them go through the drawers, chones that don't fit you anymore. They like kind of tight. I'm like, you need to put them in there. Socks, that they're still trying to squeeze into, or holy ones. We call them their Sunday socks. They're like, why? I'm like, they're
Like that whole
and they're,
yeah.
so we can put them in that box. Toys. That's another time that
Mhm.
we like to get rid of because it's like my kids collect a lot of toys or like little
Yes.
Knickknacks,
gadgets here and
yeah.
there. And so I tell them, okay, spring cleaning's coming. Let's start putting all this stuff, and then we go drop them off at Goodwill. So that's another like, and it also makes them a little bit more independent and
Mhm.
accountable for their stuff. And then
Right.
they'll try to keep everything at first. They'll be like, "No, can I hold on to it? But I play with this." I'm like, "No, you haven't. You haven't played with it in months. Come on."
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we'll definitely get better at that. With Sebastian, the younger one, he is so when outgrows his clothes, and so I don't have
Yeah.
anybody else to give it to, and it's already been used twice, so it's like, okay,
Right.
goodwill,
And at
goodwill.
least you got some good use
But
out of it by that point,
we did, right,
especially
and then
boys.
but
'Cause, yeah.
the older one, so his clothes have been in a box for a couple of years because he's 9 already. And so that's why I was just thinking like, oh shoot, I have to get the 5T down. Like all his 5T clothes that hasn't been used in like 3 years.
Yeah.
I've got to remember to
You're like
get it
still hanging
down
them
and
up. Yeah.
dust it off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
So
does he still wear the 5Ts? Like some of the 5Ts?
the younger one, he fits into 5Ts already because he
Okay, because
turned
I was gonna
5.
say you can always just cycle down.
Yeah.
Do
Hey,
what?
you're getting a new outfit,
Oh
and it's
your
your big brother's 5Ts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like my little one,
yeah.
él todavía ni en cuenta. Like él se pone lo que sea. I'm like, look, you have a new Mickey shirt. And he goes, Mickey. He's all happy.
Yeah.
And I know, like, he's like, that was mine. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't fit you
That
anymore. He's like, I want another
that's a
Spider-Man sweater. And I'm like, I can't find your size anymore. Sorry.
That's
So,
exactly what happens at our house. The older one's like, "That was mine, mom." And I'm like, "It doesn't fit you anymore. What do you want to do?"
yeah. I know it
Yeah,
is, man. Being the second one, it's like, especially if it's like girl, girl, or boy, boy, you get all the hand-me-downs. And yeah, I'm like, ay, pobrecito,
Girls
like, le
can
voy
hand
a
me down
comprar.
too, like from your brothers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like I'm like,
yeah. What
like
about
he'll wear like the same jackets, and I'm like, oh, I should probably buy him like his own new jacket for like winter or whatever. And
yeah?
so
How do you do it, Bianca? What do you do?
It's the same thing that you guys touched on. The house for me, it's I'm big OCD when it comes to cleaning the house. I like my house to be clean, like big time. So in the spring, it's the time where I go and I do like baseboards because those get neglected throughout the
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
And we'll go to clean baseboards, clean the grout and the tile.
Yeah.
We have that buffer, so it kind of like I buff the tile and I use that to clean it, the steamer or whatever. And so similar things. Like to do like clean out the gutters on the exteriors. Now we have a bigger lawn. It's like over an acre.
That you're riding a
So
Nice.
lawnmower.
yeah, it's the ride along mower, pulling the weeds, tree trimming. We have a lot of old trees in our yard. So making sure that, any like wood that's dead, we go and chop it and stuff like that. And then that becomes our firewood. Uh,
That's good. Yeah, that's
Similar
awesome that
things
you can
like
use
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. We declare the closets like, Rita mentioned, and we start taking stuff to the Goodwill. It's really hard for me because I don't hold on to a lot of things. I'm not like a hoarder, but when it comes to clothes, it's really hard for me to get rid of clothes, especially if I
Mhm.
haven't worn it. Like there's stuff in there that has a bunch of tags, and I'm like, but I never wore it. I should keep it. I'm
Like
like,
I
but it's
might
like a
still
size.
wear it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a size like small. I'm like, I'm no longer a size small. I'm like,
You won't get yeah. I'm all
one
like, I'm
day I
gonna
will
get
come
there.
back to you.
They're like your
Yeah. Now
motivation
it's like
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's more like, okay, maybe Mia could use this. So I'm not ready to get rid of it. I'm gonna wait for Mia to be a
When
teenager.
she's in high school, mom,
Yeah.
you wore this?
Uh, I redecorate seasonally, like
Yeah.
the house. Like
Yeah.
I'll switch out things for
Oh.
decor. So
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
these
We did too.
cabinets in the garage that we built so we could put all our seasonal stuff for indoor and outdoor. And it's like I start calling everything out. Like, okay, I don't need this winter stuff anymore in the house. I need to redecorate, so I'll do that. My other thing is, we have a pool, so we need to go out there, clean the pool, make sure we get it ready, make sure everything on the hot tub part or whatever it's working. Because sometimes we neglect it over winter,
Oh, for
and
sure. Yeah.
one year it's kind of like one of the lines froze, and we had to get that replaced.
Yeah.
So
Tú
it's
eres de
just more.
feria. You're the money maker, la
More
que
maintenance.
hace. Tú
Yeah.
eres
We
de
know where to go
feria.
for the parties.
Like,
Yeah.
Uy, qué
No,
hot
let's just have a house
tub.
thing.
She's all, I have an
A little
acre,
bit.
I have a pool,
An
a hot
acre.
tub. I built some
I'm like,
shelves.
I'm not
Hold
even paying
on. I'm like,
attention to
first
what she's
off, I'm
cleaning.
like, if you move to the country in Liberty Hill, you get a lot more land.
I'm like, I'm not even paying attention to what she's cleaning. I'm all like, man, one day, I'll be like her.
I know,
Okay,
right?
it's my neighbor down the street.
There's the one that lives 5 minutes away from her, but not
Yeah.
in the ranch.
I know,
No,
right?
but like, okay, so like I have well, Jennifer, you kind of have the same issue because you have like we both live in hill country. She lives in Leander,
Mhm,
Leander area, and I live in
mhm.
Leander, Liberty Hill area. And there's a lot of rock, a lot of stone, a lot of hills. And around this time, there's sightings already of rattlesnakes. We get a lot of
Ugh,
rattlesnakes. I don't know how often you get them, but
I
for
have
sure
not
me.
She's
seen
like, "Oh,
one.
Yeah. So that's the other way that we
go
prep.
spray your
So we
yard or
go out
whatever."
and put out treatment in our lawn, like those pellets that you
Yeah.
get them at Lowe's, Home Depot, any
Okay,
of your,
Rita,
Shout out to
send
Home
me your
Depot.
power washer link. Bianca, send me the pellets link.
The links will be in the comment for those of you who need these treatments for your
Please,
house.
I need all.
Yeah.
I need
I
all of those
mean,
things.
you never know. I mean, maybe you would have rattlesnakes, but you could have, I mean, and I don't want to be mean to the garden snake because the garden snake's
We
actually good for
found
your
we found
garden.
a snake on our walk. Like, we went on a walk on Friday just to go to the mail, and there was a long snake. Like, I was like, "Man," like, it was, like, right there on the side of the sidewalk. Like, I thought somebody
Mm-mm,
put it as a joke. Like, I was like, "Is someone joking?"
mm-mm.
Like, and it
No.
was,
Yeah.
like, yeah, dried out right there. I was like, "Oh my gosh." The boys are
Ew.
making me take
No.
pictures of it, and I'm like, "I don't want a picture." And he's like, "Yeah, we have to show daddy." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, so we get the lawn ready, like, because we do get a lot of rattlesnakes. And so need to make sure we put out pellets in the lawn. The other thing is scorpions. Hill country out here. I mean,
Jennifer's
like it's
face.
country where I'm at. I'm a few
Like, "Oh, sh
scorpions.
I'm moving back. I'm moving out. I'm going
No,
You're going mad.
Jennifer's like, no, when they sold the house, they didn't tell me all these things.
Yeah.
like,
So we
they
like
told
to
me they
Like,
were
"Did
use
gonna
that
get
come with
rid
the
of them.
warranty?"
yeah,
Right?
we call up the exterminator and
We do have an
like
exterminator.
we
Okay.
come in, have we do treatment indoor and outdoor for spraying. I mean, just things like that.
Eso sí
The
tengo.
other
I do have an exterminator.
yeah,
Me too.
the other one for me is I'm big on like I know this is like my native side of shilling, but I'm big on sage and Palo Santo. So every season, like, for spring, I'll come out and like I'll do like a
The
little bit of sage
cleansing.
and Palo Santo
Mhm.
into the house. I'll open up the windows and just, clear out the bad juju, the bad energies.
Yeah.
Usually the kids start choking up and I'm like, yes, you demons.
Ustedes también fuera.
I do that with the Clorox and the Fabuloso. I'm like, I'm scrubbing my walls.
Yeah.
Matt's like, "Man, you put too much of that." I'm like, "Doesn't
Oh,
that smell good though?"
well, that's another one. Like, you clean. I know some people do it, some people don't, but we've got those cleaners for your wall. Like, because
Yeah,
there's
we do
such a
the
great
walls. Mhm.
dirt that gets on the
Mhm.
paint, and it
Yeah.
and
And
it
the
makes your paint
grease,
look
like when you're
off.
cooking, like that greasy film. So I'll do that every couple of months. I just get some hot water with like some bleach and phenol or fabuloso or whatever, and like I have a specific mop that's like a wall mop, especially on the cabinets in the kitchen, like because they'll get like a greasy film. So we'll also link that in the comments for you. There's a bucket that
You notice I'm writing everything
yeah.
down.
She's like, okay.
That's gonna be in our product section in our Instagram. You click on it, and then everybody's list of products.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
We need
please.
your sage link. We need your sage
It's
link and
because
your final
Super
santo.
no,
safe.
the okay, so,
Uh,
like, no, sorry, before I forget,
no,
my
go for
house
it.
is new, so it's super clean, but you guys have been in your houses for more than a year, so you're using all these products now that you're needy, so that's why I'm taking
Yeah.
note because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna need all these things." So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, oh, no, the only thing I was gonna add as far as housework goes, project is we need to a year and a half ago we did our patio area. They kind of like did some work out there, so we need to go out and stain some stuff, and then same thing, just start kind of like sweeping up. I'm the griller in my household. I'm the cook.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
master in the family. So usually around this time, like around the week that, this spring break week and St. Patrick's and all that kicks in, that's when we start making our way out there.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna be real honest. I mean, I don't mind summer, but you won't catch me outside that much in the summer. I'm like, no, that's it. It's too hot. But spring, that's when you see me.
Yeah.
Like spring and fall are my times to be outside.
And hopefully we
So
keep
that's
some
when we
nice weather. Like, I hope it doesn't go from like right
yes.
now our cold front to like 95, 100. Like, I'm like, please keep the 70s, 80s for a while. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's like my reminder that okay, I need to go clean. We have the grill, and then we have the like those eggs for the
Yeah.
smoker, uh, and then we have a black stone because that's where usually I do like
Yeah. That one's
hot
on my
dog.
list still. Yeah. That one's cool.
The pancakes and stuff. Like I was telling Rita, like, 'cause she wanted, her and Matt wanted to buy one, and I was like, I love it. I'm like, I'll go out there when it's like, especially right now in the spring when it gets like a crisp morning. We'll go out there and we'll do breakfast in the patio because I'll do the pancakes out there.
Yeah, she's like doing the
So that
griddles over there.
Nice.
Yeah, those look cool.
that
I
means
do
the
want one of those
recipes.
still. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Tú
no,
sí
no,
eres
that's
mujer. Tú
beautiful.
eres mujer.
Yeah.
You're a woman. Yes. Love
Nice.
it.
No, I mean, I just grew up with a family that grilled a lot. Like my dad was a grill. My brothers are grillers. They do taquisas and stuff like that, and run grilled and stuff like that. But I'm used to my grill. I think my family's
It does
grilling.
vary though. It does vary because that's how like Matt, he came from Arizona. You know, I told y'all that whole story how I went and got him, right? So
I love it. I love it.
Sorry.
so when he came to Texas though, like they were used to like always using just a gas grill. And you know, like in Texas, it's not about the gas grill. It's like you do the charcoal, like it's a legit barbecue, you know? And so when like my brothers would come over, they would like kind of like, you know, haze them a little bit. And they're like, dude, are you cooking on your easy bake oven? Like, what is this? You know, like, and, you know, so he started getting into the charcoal and like, so now he's good. Like, you know, over the years, he's learned how. And so we actually grilled yesterday and we do use one of those little eggs with the charcoal and we made some carne asada and stuff, you know, and so, but yeah, it is
Has he
different.
ever, has he already gone into graduated into the mesquite,
He does
putting
mesquite,
mesquite
yeah, he does mesquite now, so yeah, like, it's funny because even the boys already know, like, I went to HEB and Elias already knew which, like, Central Market bag to grab with the mesquite charcoal, and he's all loading it for me. I'm like, "Oh, thank you, puppy," you know,
No,
but
no, I
yeah.
was talking about the wood.
Yeah, the wood, the
So he does,
mesquite wood,
okay.
yeah.
Because he said Miss Sparkle. I was like, no, no, no,
Yeah,
the
of
wood,
the
because they
wood.
also do.
Yeah, no, we get the
Wood.
Central Market, like, mesquite wood bag or whatever, and so yeah, he does good now, and, yeah, they'll do, like, ribs, like, my brothers are big grillers too, so they'll do ribs and briskets, like, so it's good, you know, some barbecue, but it's funny because it does vary, like, because then we go to Mexico and they do the borregos on the sticks, you know, like, on the holes in the ground, so he's like, "Oh, shit, like, this is different too," you know? But, we haven't gone there yet, but we save that for when we go to Mexico, but yeah, it's nice, yeah.
So, okay, so
Nice.
we talked about, I think we all kind of covered things that we do in our home. Is there any personal goals that you do for yourself for spring, like, to get ready for, I don't know, some people like to do, hey, I need to start working out a little bit more because I need to be beach season ready for the summer.
Yeah, this is about the time I think that I check in on my New Year resolution goals, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, I haven't done all the things I said I was gonna do," you know? Like I said I was gonna work out, like, you know, this many times a week and eat healthy, and so I think it's a good, like, reminder and checkpoint to be like, "Oh, yeah, like, I need to get back in it," because you know, from January to March, it just goes by so fast, I feel like. Like, it's like, you know, the holidays, New Year's, you're back into the new semester and it just goes by. Like, I don't know, February was like a blink, you know, and so by March, you're kind of like just with the weather changing, it kind of makes you a little more motivated too to be like, okay, let me like get walking or working out and then, you know, just like being healthy, like eating healthier foods and stuff like that. Cause yeah, the winter makes you want to like have comfort food, you know, you're like, give me the pastas, pizza, and now you're like, oh, I need a light salad.
You start seeing all the cute outfits in Target and Old Navy and all that. You're like, shoot, I need to start reeling it in.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. So for
I
sure that's on my list.
For
Yeah.
you, Jennifer.
I signed up for a 10K. So I did that.
Ooh,
Well, I did that last year, and I did it with a friend, and
that's
she
a
said, "Hey,
good
sign up for
goal.
10K."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And so her and I would run about every other week, around this time to get ready for that 10K. We'd run around the lake, and then I did it, and I've never done a 10K. I mean, I told my brothers, they're like, "A la madre, está with the 10K." I'm like, I got. So,
Yeah.
but I did it, and my nieces are so proud of me. But
That's
I
awesome. But that's a
that
good
same
way
day,
to like have a goal to follow along with, you know? So
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. So yeah, so I remember that same day or like that week after that I did the 10K, the Capital 10K emails you and says, "Hey, sign up for next year's 10K, which is cheaper if you sign
Yeah.
up early."
You're like, I might
And
as well do
of
it
course,
again.
you're in that high, you're in that high. You're like, "Yes, I
You're
did
like,
the
I did
10K.
it. I can do it
I
again.
did do it again." Yes, so I
Yeah.
signed up for it, and now it's like a month away. Have I prepared for it? No. So, I need to. I need to get back out there and run. I mean, they're nice. It's nice days. I just
Oh
need to go
yeah.
out there. I've done a little bit of running, not as much, but I just need to get back on there. And I didn't do a like you said like that. Like like a New Year's resolution. I did it because I never stick with it. But one thing
Mhm.
I do know I need to do for sure because I already signed up for it is prep for that 10K and just go
Yeah.
run. Like just go running
Yeah,
again.
but that's a good way to
Um,
hold yourself accountable, especially like you already did it one time. So you're like, let me not let go of this good like habit or thing that you accomplished because you're like, I've already done it. So I can do it again. Like I know when I used to run
right.
too and we used to do like the monthly 5Ks, like that was nice too. Cause like I would like have it every month. So I'd force myself, and that's kind of my goal to get back to that eventually. But these leads,
Well, hold on. She's not, hold on. She's not exclaiming everything. She actually does something to keep herself healthy. You go to Hotworks.
Me?
What
Oh,
is that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did sign up for Hot Work. So it's like this like gym. Or I don't know if it's a gym, it's like a studio, like a workout studio, and they have like these hot sauna pods. And so you sign up for classes online and you go into like a sauna and you can do yoga, you can do like kind of Pilates, like just your own body weight. And then they also have some that are like row machines and elliptical or a bike, like cycling. So you just go do the classes. So I did, like, that was part of my New Year's, was like, okay, I'm gonna like carve some time out for myself. And so I've been trying to do that like at least 3, 4 times a week. I'll try to do that. Like I had kind of fallen off the bandwagon when the boys were sick because it was like one thing after another. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. And that one is like for me, it's less intense than like some of the workouts that I'm used to because I would do more intense workouts and like be dripping sweat, but I purposely signed up for this one because I'm like, I needed more of like the mental health break, of going in somewhere
Mhm.
peacefully and
Mhm.
just having some time. And so even if I don't go do like a full blown out workout, but I go do some yoga, like I feel so good after, like just having some time, like stretching, like just having that like little break. So like that's been nice. And then, sometimes I'll do both. Like sometimes I'll like if I'm really like feeling it, I had that extra double shot espresso that day. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the cycling, do the row, and then do yoga, because you can hop around the pod. So you just sign up for the time. So I'll go do like a cycle, a row, and then do yoga or something. So yeah. So I try to
Nice.
do that, but yeah.
I need to look into that. I mean, I have a gym membership and I was going there for a while in the mornings before I went to work. And
That's awesome.
it really does help your day
Mhm.
so much better. Your mind is clear.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then I got off that for a while
Yeah.
and
That's a
I
good
think because my
habit.
boys had gotten sick. And then I
Yes.
just got off of
Yeah.
that. And then it's hard to get back on again, but I need to go. I need to I need to go and I need to build muscle. That is it. I just need to build muscle because I'm a little soft. So I need to build muscle. I need to tone up. So
Yeah.
I need help with that. And I definitely need I need like a trainer or something. When I first signed up to my
Do
gym,
they
they're
have
like,
like
yes,
classes in your gym?
they have
Like,
classes. I just don't know what to take. I don't know what to take to build muscle and just to get toned. That's
Yeah.
what I need.
Yeah. They might have
because
some.
sometimes like if you talk to the like, the people up at the front, like, I mean, if you want to get like a personal trainer, that's awesome. I'm like, that's kind of expensive, but like,
It is.
we get you, right?
I
But
I,
they'll like,
I don't have the Bianca money, so I can't do a personal
oh,
trainer.
but Bianca money. I'm like, Bianca doesn't even have a personal trainer. But like the people at the front can kind of tell you, like, hey, here are my goals. What classes can I take? So if
Mm.
it's already part of your membership,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
then they'll be like, oh no, you can take this, and this will like this is for strength training, and then they'll do a little bit more of this, and then you can be like, oh, okay, and then it's not an extra expense; it's already part of what you're paying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
even finding like a workout plan online. Like I know I did that because we had like a little home gym that we built like during COVID or whatever. And so I downloaded an app. I'll send you the link too, but I downloaded like an app that
Thanks.
had these like workout plans and that was helpful too because sometimes I felt like that too. Like I'm like kind of lost, like what do I do? So having like a little guide, like it'll tell you like go do like these sets or go do this many squats and go do this, so having a little workout plan and I would just pull it up on my app and I would just like you can either do it at home or if you're in the gym, you can indicate, okay, I'm at the gym. I have access to all these machines. And you just kind of put your goal in of like what you want to build. And that was nice because then you have a guide. And you don't have to, like, you can walk around like you know what you're doing, because sometimes it's like all these people are so intense with the gym,
There's
man. Like it's
no,
like,
and they stare at you. I need to learn how to
yeah.
use the machines properly, and these people are like, "Stop me! That she doesn't even know how to use the
Have you
machine
seen those
right." And she's
videos
all
of the
like,
people who are like using them backwards and they're like doing all this stuff?
Or do the true and try, Jennifer. Do like what is that? Beach body.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't
"What?
want to go out and do stuff like at a gym, like a lot of people will do like beach body and just buy the membership to that. And then you have all
Those are
the
good workouts.
different
Yeah.
programs. They'll have like cardio, they'll have yoga, they'll have strength training. And then there's like a couple of the trainers focus mainly on like building muscle.
Mhm.
And so like even
Yeah, I was
Shanti,
gonna
the guy
say
that did like
Shanti.
Insanity and all that, he has backed away from those cardio heavy ones because now he's like a lifter, like he's into bodybuilding. So now his programs are strictly for let's build muscle. And
Oh,
so
nice.
everything is like so
Okay.
like I mean that like, if you don't want to go out, I mean because it is kind of like you put yourself out there at first, whenever you don't know that much about lifting. That's like a nice little gateway to get you started, and then okay, I'm good to go. I can go do my
Now
power
I can do
workouts
it on
now.
my own. Right. Right. Yeah, and when I signed up for my membership, I had it. They give you a trainer. So then the trainer was like, okay, you're gonna do this, this, and this. Like it comes with your membership. And I thought, all right. And then she just like dropped me like a bad hand. And I'm
So
like,
she was lifetime fitness, like, with all these expensive prices that includes a personal trainer.
yeah. I was like, wait, where'd
Oh,
you go?
is
What
it
happened?
Lifetime? Is it Lifetime the one that you go
No.
to? Oh, I was like,
It's no, it's something else. It's purple and gold. So but yeah, I don't want to say the name, but
I
yeah,
know, right?
you know,
You're like,
I met
please
with
don't
her
come find me
and
working out over here.
yeah,
They're
I
gonna
know her. That I signed up and and then they're like, hey, you get a trainer, and I'm like, cool. And so she did my whole workout, and she's like, you're gonna do this, this, and this. And I'm like, it's been a year and a half. When should I change my workout? I'm just kidding. Like I've been doing the same workout for a year and a half already. No, I'm kidding. But she never contacted me
You're
again.
like, dude, me
So
está
I don't
creciendo
know.
esto nomás y no me crece lo de acá abajo.
I'm only buffing my arms. What happened to my legs?
yeah.
Skip leg
I'm kidding.
day.
Yeah. Like, should I be doing leg arm day for a year and a half already? Like, I'm kidding.
You're gonna vas a entrar todo así.
You sued for that.
I look like a chicken, like little thin,
Yeah,
thin
yeah.
legs, all buff from the top. No, I'm kidding. But I guess I'm supposed to reach out to her. We're supposed, but she's like, get with me, and I tried, and she whatever, and so
Yeah.
now I'm just on my own doing my own thing. But I need help.
Yeah, or even just
So,
finding a
yeah.
plan that you can alternate, because if you find something you like and even if you get comfortable with the same machines, but if you're just
Mhm.
alternating, then that'll help too. But yeah, the
Right.
beach bodies are nice. Like Bianca and I used to actually do them whenever we were in grad school. We do them at work before, go all
Did
sweaty.
insanity.
Yeah, insanity, some Chauncey. Yeah.
That's when my knees were
Wow.
better.
But it is hard on your knees. Honestly, I think that's why I have some like knee problems, because I used to do those beach body ones intensely too when I was in college. And they really do, like, they work you out, man. I used to do them in my garage and you sweat. Like the cardio ones are intense. Like, you will like lean out, but it's a lot of jumping. And so it's hard on your knees for sure.
Mhm.
Now that we're there.
And I think we all kind of like have the similar. I think we all three of us have a goal for physical health. Like, we
Mhm.
try to work out a little bit more, healthier food choices. Also, I think I try to up my water intake because I know that one's really bad
Oh,
throughout the year. But
yeah.
in the spring, especially, I mean, Jennifer and I were talking about that earlier. I'm like, skin is a big priority, and like
Mhm.
as I switch into the spring, I go get a
Yeah.
facial. I go get my pedi, whatever, massage. And I know that in order for my skin to be good, I need to up that water. And
Mhm.
especially cuarentona la señora, you kind of have
No, I
uh,
think eating healthy goes along with that too. It's like
Mhm.
it's what you eat. Like lately, I've been drinking a lot of caffeine, like sodas, just
Yeah.
because I don't drink coffee at all. Like I'm not a coffee drinker,
Yeah.
but I am like with the works with
I'm
the
like,
work
what are you
stress.
talking
It's
about?
like
How do you live?
because I'm over here with my water instead of wine.
I'm like, look, I have both.
uh,
See? Here we go.
but I do have like a Dr. Pepper in the middle of the day, and I'm like, I need caffeine, and that right there, and it's just so unhealthy and
Well,
but yeah,
yeah,
drink
and
more
it's hard
water.
because we need it, right? Like, it's like yesterday, like, I was feeling so tired and, like, boggled down by, like, I was gonna go to the grocery store, and I'm like, "I know I need to finish my water," but, like, I also, like, I needed a boost of something, so I was like, "Oh, me voy a hacer un cafecito con hielo y leche," and, like, make a little iced coffee, and I'm like, "Oh, I haven't even finished my water," but it's hard because you're like, you need the energy because 'cause we're always going and you need
Mhm.
something, right? Like, some source, and it's good to he'll try to derive it from, like, healthier habits, like eating healthy and working out, getting some of that energy, but then you need the initial energy to start that, so it's like a cycle, right?
No,
Yeah.
you do it work from Advocare. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, the sparks are okay, like, I used to do them for a while, but yeah, like, it's a good healthier alternative for sure.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my coffee, but also, like, in the long run, caffeine, I mean, if you need caffeine, I think the better option would be, like, green tea, not that
Mhm.
I love green tea, but if you're trying to be healthier, somebody out there might.
Or
I don't know who, but somebody
some
might.
matcha, like, the matchas are good too. The, matcha.
But okay, like for me, it's like same thing as you guys, having that health goal. I started going to Pure Bar for my like workout stuff because same thing. I'm like, I'm getting up there in age. I am not a 30-something little girl
Trying to
anymore.
jump
That can
around,
still,
yeah.
that
Hold on, let
like
me
a
drink my water
30,
while I
30
listen to
year
you. I'm just kidding.
yeah. Yeah, there's a 33-year-old in the group. But, my knees are not what it used to be. This is me being senor. I'm like sciatica over here and all this stuff. So I needed an alternative to like, okay, I need something that's low impact, but same thing. As you get older, ladies and gents, it's not so much about the cardio. It's more about the strength training and muscle building because that's what
Mhm.
wears out as you get older.
Mhm.
So what I go and do Pure Bar. I've enjoyed it. I've been doing it for like a month now, and I've lost like 10 pounds,
Yeah,
so it's not too bad.
impressive, yeah.
It's easy on my knees. It's easy on my knees. I enjoy that. It's fun. I do feel there's more elongation of my muscle. It's not so much in the bulking for me, which again, I'm going and I'm in my 40s. I don't necessarily need to have super toned arms, but they're just more elongated, which is nice. So I do that. Same thing, try to eat a bit healthier. And usually because we're gonna be outside grilling or I'm gonna be outside grilling, I can't go to better, healthier food options because I'm gonna do that. Like I'll grill like especially now with Lent, I'll grill salmon or
Mhm.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Um, but my other big one is, especially for spring, is like mental kind of like health because I like the weather and the weather is nice. I find myself going out there more often and doing like a brunch with my friend,
Mhm.
with one
Go
of
and
my
get your
besties.
hot girl walk in, girl. Hot
Yeah,
girl walk.
I miss those walks. I love those walks, like, they really help, like, yeah, the weather is a big
Like
factor.
the kids and us will do like an after dinner walk, like on like and we'll all go together. Because I'm not gonna go do like a run with them. Because are you kidding me? I was like, mama, like but I'll do like a walk with them, and where we live, there's like a steep hill up, so it's like a nice little workout for your
Resistance,
legs, and then we'll.
yeah.
Mhm.
But the other thing is like, yeah, going out there, I like to do stuff for like mental health wise. I'm all about like this is gonna, earlier you talked, Jennifer, about organizing your files and stuff. For me, it's not so much physical. It's like I have a lot of digital files and a lot of digital content on my computer, on my
Mm.
phones. That's where I organize. And that's kind of helps my mental health. Like that's made me decluttering.
Mhm.
And then we try to do a little bit more of like little quick getaways or like visits in the spring to
Mhm.
places. Like we've gone to Meow Wolf in Dallas. We've gone to like the video game, what is it? Video game museum
Mhm.
in Frisco. Gone. The boys would love that.
Mm. Okay.
But then like today's Mario Day.
Yeah.
uh, but we do stuff and it's like we're gonna go and have like, spaghetti and Italian food and stuff like that. We try to do outdoor things. Like I love the Oasis.
Mhm.
We like to go
Mhm.
out there and do like brunch or lunch on the weekends, just because I mean, you won't catch me outside in the summer that much because like I first of all I cook in like minutes because I'm really light skinned, but it's the heat. I'm not a big fan of super intensive heat. So like for me, springtime is like all the glory
You
of
get all
when
your
you
outings done during the spring, yeah.
oh, yeah. It's like squeeze them all in the spring and then like retreat, hibernate, and then I'll be back up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then the kids will wanna do the pool, like, around this
yeah.
time. Well, we go do that outside and
I
stuff
still
like
get
that,
kinda
but
chilly in the spring going in the pool, like, I do like
Me
the
too.
summer because like, I love feeling the hot
Yeah.
and the cold water.
oh, that's why you have a heated pool. Nah.
Yeah, but I still get cold with the wind,
Oh!
yeah. Add it to the list
Then
of
it's, like, nice,
fanciness, yeah.
chilly and breezy, and you're over here, like, bubbling it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
with
that's
Nate on that. I need to be out in the pool in the hot weather.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So we like it well, the reason I like it is, like well, like I said, ours is heated, so it's nice. It's like, like a hot tub. And then it's
So
I'll go
fancy.
out there and we have yeah, it's a fire pit. We'll have a fire pit, and I like to sit out there,
Mm,
drink a nice glass of wine. The kids are in the pool.
yeah.
We will turn on the music because we've got the speakers out there, and it's just nice. And we get a lot like we're like I said, I live in the hill country, so there's like a lot of nature items out there. We'll have like a lot of big birds that kind of like there's these cranes that come out there because we have like a pond behind
Mhm.
our backyard. So it's like that's the one time that I'm like, oh, nature. Other times I'm like, gross, kill it. Right. Yeah, that's kind of like what we do for, I guess, personal and mental
Well, that
health
makes
for
you
me.
feel good, like, doing those things, like
It
yeah.
is, it does.
That's how I
Yeah.
am, like, I'm like, it's funny because it's like, if I'm in a mood at home sometimes, like, I do like to be out and doing stuff, like, I like to, like, have things to do, and so, like, if I'm in a slump at home, like, it's like, I'm ready to go somewhere, so it's like, even, like, let's go out and,
Yeah.
like, go to a
Mhm.
park, sometimes I'll just take the boys outside and, like, it's getting out of the house and just going to do something, like, makes me feel better too, like, it's like and especially with the weather nice, like, going to ride a bike or, go to a park or, take a walk around the lake, like, um, that's one of the things, like, after I had my little one, like, the whole postpartum, all that stuff, like, it was a hard time, like, I struggled with a lot of things going on after that, and I picked up on that habit of, like, walking with the stroller and the baby, and, like, man, like, that really helped, but the spring weather because he was born in January, so then, like, by March, like,
Mhm.
we were out every day walking, and, like, we just kind of
Mhm.
have kept that up the last 3 years. We'll go on walks, like, hot or cold, we'll just walk around, like, we do have the trail that's nice, and so it came to a point where I was so dependent on it. If I didn't walk, I felt like, oh, I felt like depressed, and like, so it's nice to go, but when the weather is nice, it feels so good to be outside and start seeing the little flowers change, the trees change, so,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I think it's also that it's good that we're very lucky that we live in the Austin
yeah.
area because
Yes.
Austin is a very outdoorsy place. There's a lot of nature. There's a lot of hike and bike trails. There's events all the time. Like, the kite festival is coming up. There's a lot of things like that. And we would do that a lot, especially when the kids were a little younger. Now that they get to choose what they want to do, we may not necessarily do some of those things anymore. Um, but, there's always, like, an event, and Austin
Mhm.
has a lot or Austin, Round Rock, Pflugerville, Leander, all this area, they all have a lot of,
Yeah.
events,
Mhm.
like, around and we have, like, music festivals. There was just the Besame Mucho one that just came in. Then they have the one in Georgetown coming up for country music.
Mhm.
It's coming up in May,
Oh,
I think.
cool.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like yeah, and Ludacris is gonna be in it.
Mhm.
Nah.
It's like
Ludacris
the
is coming to the
two-stepping or
country?
something
Oh,
like that.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be like Cody Johnson, Deanna Wheeler, like all these like artists and Ludacris is in there too.
That's
And I
so
was like,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the things I like to do with the boys is hiking.
Yeah.
We started
Uh-huh.
doing that, is going hiking. And one time I took them to the green belt in South Austin. I'm like, guys, let's just go to the green belt. And I
Yeah.
took both of them and they did so good. And while we were there, Austin Parks and Recreation was there and they were doing rock climbing for kids.
Ah,
Oh,
And
that's
cool.
so
awesome.
my oldest, yeah, he was like, "Mom, can I go?" And one of the guys was like, "He can come. Like, you just need to sign a waiver." But he's good. He's at the age. And I was like, "Okay." And so I signed a waiver and they strapped him up and like
Dang,
we
that's
were
awesome.
not expecting it. We were just gonna go for a hike. And they strapped him up and he like went way up there and I took video of it.
That's
And that's what they were
awesome.
doing all day, like just grabbing kids to do that, to do the rock climbing.
Oh, that is so
And then afterwards we
fun.
would
Yeah.
and then
Have you taken
afterwards
it to
we
McKinney
did
Falls?
tacos. Huh? McKinney Falls? No, I
Um,
have not.
Yeah, they'd probably like it. There's like a nice trail, for hiking, and then there is like a waterfall and water hole, like where you can go and swim after.
Mm.
So when the
Ooh.
weather gets a little bit warmer,
Mhm.
that'd be cool for them because you can go hiking with them. Just be careful with the snakes.
Ooh.
With the plazo in your walking
Yeah.
stick or something. But it's really pretty. And then there's that, you can finish off by cooling off, dipping in the
Jumping in.
water. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we definitely like to do some hikes. And then after that, I mean, Taco Deli was right there, so then we stopped and grabbed tacos. I mean, I
oh
was like,
yeah.
"This is
That's another
perfect."
cool thing is just
We
walking downtown or like outdoors, like trying new food areas. Like we love doing that too. It's like
Yes.
just trying
Yeah.
new foods.
Taco Bell, I had a coworker, dropping his name right here, John Thomas. But he used to like always talk about Taco Deli, and like my our other coworker Alicia and I used to be like, Hannah. And then it's like one day we finally went, that's really good.
It was
Like
really
he converted
good.
us to Taco
Mhm.
Deli. So
Yeah. Especially like after hiking, you go and hike and then you're like hungry
oh
because
yeah.
you burn all that energy. Taco Deli
Yeah.
right there, right by the green belt. So that's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, we had a good time.
Right.
So
Well,
that's
we
what
have
I
come to
do.
the end of our show.
I was gonna say, so that's what I do.
Yeah. So we have come to the end of our show. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in for another episode. Audience, make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and anywhere that you get your podcasts. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. See y'all soon.